Peace and blessings, everyone. How are you all doing today? If you can hear my voice, you are tuning into Youth Up Next presents Youth Voice Amplified. I am Rashad Staten, and I have the pleasure and the honor to be serving as the Youth Engagement Specialist for Baltimore City Schools, aka City Schools. And today, for Wednesday's programming, we have a phenomenal organization that offers exceptional programming around building young people's leadership, voicing themselves through artistic expression, music production, and gearing that back to academic learning and them learning themselves and voicing themselves to create a greater impact on the world. I'm speaking no other than Media Rhythm Institute. We have our two good brothers here with us who are the lead directors and founders of the program, my brother Dev Rock and my brother Jimmy. Thank you all. I'm going to split out the screen from a few, but I just wanted to say thank you all, and you're tuning in to Winning Wednesdays Youth Voice Amplified. And today's guest, we have Medium Rhythm Institute, and they have a plethora of young people that's going to showcase their talents through various mediums of artistic expression. And I'm just excited. I hope y'all can hear it in my voice. And before we get started, what we always do, we always start with giving recognition and honor to some young people and teachers out there that are doing exceptionally well despite the circumstances that we're in right now through distant learning and us still trying to make sure that we're all in this together despite social distancing and staying physically apart from one another as a community. We are still here, and we're using platforms like this to stay engaged, to stay motivated, and to stay supported with all the great efforts. So I wanted to make sure and send out a shout out to, and this brother's actually on the call with us today. This good brother that's doing exceptional work from the district office. We have Mr. Emmanuel Faulkner, who has done great work here. Brother Emmanuel, thank you. Brother Emmanuel is one of the lead district personnel that is leading One Book Baltimore, and we are up for an exciting school year. We have our book selection that we're not sharing right now at the moment, but there is, we can't share it, but we wanted to tell everyone how we're excited for this. Brother Mary, we wanted to take this time out to just acknowledge the great work that you're doing as the district librarian, making sure that our young people are engaged academically through literature, through expression, and just bringing the narrative and storytelling back to our young people. And that's what Youth Voice Amplified. So we wanted to give you your roses while you can smell them, while you're still breathing, brother. So thank you, and great work out there.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem, no problem. Modest brother as well. Thank you. Thank you. And we have some exceptional young people that are doing great work. We want to give acknowledgments out as well to Miss Yanis Torre, who is a part of Associated Student Congress of Baltimore City, that participated on various councils telling young people's perspective of dealing through the experiences of distant learning and just giving insight to our district educators, national educators, and thought partners. Tomorrow, we have 8 young people that will be talking to Maryland State Department of Education about their experiences right now and how young people can actually help in formulating how educational experiences will look like for school year 2021. So we wanted to make certain that we highlight our young people out there across Baltimore and across the country that are telling the world what they're going through and how we all can better support them. So thank you all for continuously being a voice. Thank you all for continuously standing up and speaking for yourselves. And thank you for your foresight to continue on and seeing your dreams come true. All right. So let's give a virtual round of applause for everybody, y'all. All right. All right. So
hold on. What's your cash out, man? Because that intro was nice.
Hey, brother, look, I might have another side job with MRI once we're done with this. That's one of my other secret talents. I think I need a radio station, but we'll talk about that another time. All right, so Jimmy, you popped out and you gave me the accolades, but I want to mirror that as well, and I want to take this time out to just say thank you all. Thank you, Devin. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you for creating this entity, this program that has tremendous effect and impact on our young people across the country. Jimmy and Devin, can you start us off with just telling us the vision of what Media Rhythm Institute is? How did it come about? And where do you see MRI 5 to 10 years from now and its impact on the young people that you are engaging?
So definitely, we appreciate that. The Media Rhythm Institute is a youth development workforce agency that seeks to create future moguls in the entertainment and multimedia industries. We seek to help young people get their 10,000 mastery hours in all different forms of multimedia. We have a DJ program, our iSpin program, our Channel Me Media Youth Journalism program, our dance program. We have our I Read, I Rhyme program. And I believe I named them all most importantly. And we are moving forward with just getting them acclimated. You know, as a young child, you are able to play football, play basketball, play baseball, and play instruments from 5 years old until you become a professional. And we feel like young people should be able to do interviews, produce music, become audio engineers, shoot documentaries from middle school all the way up and through to their professional careers. And we create an opportunity for them to become the next multimedia workforce.
Awesome, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, and thank you for your insight. And I know you got a partner. I know you don't take this heavy lift of saving the world and inspiring young people to just be innovators of their own story and their own narrative. Jimmy, how do you feel about this, brother? And we're going to speak about it because you came in, you're not a Baltimore native, but you're like one of our favorite cousins, you know? You've been invited to all the cookouts, you know, you go in the refrigerator without washing your hands and things of that sort. How's it been, brother? And welcome to Baltimore. How's Baltimore been treating you? And what was your vision of bringing this type of program here?
Oh man, yo, listen, make sure you text me that cash out. Hey, so how Baltimore has treated me, man, like Baltimore is really the first Southern state. You know, like saying yes, sir, and yes, ma'am is not nothing foreign to this place. You know, like you're right. I'm from Florida. I'm from the South. I'm from the country, you know, so me being able to move to Baltimore and be authentically myself, man, at all times just made me feel comfortable, feel at home. So, you know, we met when I was doing, as I'm doing Curators of Hip Hop, you know, and we toured colleges and stuff. So Derek, Mr. Murray is also a poet. And, you know, I met him through a real good brother by the name of U, who's no longer with us. And I just been able to connect with good people. You know, Baltimore got a lot of strong, good people. Mr. Murray went to, I think, 7 colleges with us, you know, doing poetry and rapping, you know, as we go and present and stuff. And, you know, he brought me into one of the schools because I've been doing this for a while. But needless to say, man, it just made sense. He made sense for me to be in schools all day. And we always wanted to have a youth initiative at Curators of Hip Hop, but we just never had the wherewithal of how that worked. And Mr. Murray had that. So we were able to partner, man, and do great things, not only in Baltimore, man, but all over, man. You're going to see we got some talented kids. It's easy when you work with kids who, you know, want some.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We hear you. And I truly believe it, man. I know for certain that the young people that you have are great, even just talking to them prior to us starting today's session, just hearing from them. So I wanted to take this time out to just acknowledge who these young people are in Media Rhythm Institute. I know today we're going to be showcasing the iSpin DJ, your iSpin DJ program with DJ Queen Alia, aka Ataya from Western High School, right? Did I correct her name? Did I pronounce her name correctly?
Atia.
It also goes by the name of DJ Queen Alien. I know she's gonna spin some tunes for us, getting us up and virtually dancing for a few. And then we got our young people from Channel Me Media, the youth journalist program, in which also leads your student podcast personalities. And we got Lalaya from Margaret Brent online. Where you at? DJ Queen Alien and Lalaya, y'all there with us?
It's Lala.
Lala. Okay.
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome. And we're going to be talking to you all very shortly. And then we have the I Read, I Rhyme. And I've seen them in action plenty of times, right? Oh, that even rhymed itself. Look, I'm getting nice, Dad. I Read, I Rhyme. I saw them plenty of times. Your literacy music production program. And you got some of your student producers and artists On board, Mobstar K, aka Derek. Derek's one of my former students as well, so I appreciate him. I always knew he was going to be taller than me, but his name is definitely going to be well known and much broader than mine. So continue on, Derek. I'm proud of you, and you're another Dunbar poet. Failure is not an option. And we got this, my good brother, we spoke to him earlier, Socoria, yes, sir, from Louisiana, my down south brother. Thank you for joining us. And we got Ted Thomas coming in from Jacksonville, Baltimore, Jacksonville, Louisiana, all in a place. All right, and we got Jimmy, our favorite third cousin, on the line. So without further ado, I want to take this time out, and we're going to start one. This is going to be our session where we highlight the different mediums of student expression and what they're doing and things of that sort. So without further ado, let's give it up for our young people of Medium Rhythm Institute. And we're going to begin from where we are with Sakaya, and we're going to play some great scenes. Can y'all see the presentation I got up here? Awesome, yeah. Awesome. Got it. So we're going to do this one more time. I got to include the music and the audio. Socoria, right? Did I pronounce it right? Socoria, you ready? We about to highlight one of your future tracks, man. I listened to it. I'm not even gonna lie. I listened to it and I like it. So let's play something. And afterwards, we're gonna ask you about the production of this track, your motivation for creating it, and the process that goes into creating music. Y'all ready to listen to the wonderful sounds?
Hurting, don't you see, loneliness, hurting, don't you see, hurting, don't you see, I confess, hurting, don't you see, no finesse, hurting over here, I'm a mess. Why'd you have to leave, that's a cold, working out your plans, all without me, that's a boast. I thought it would never be a day I'd have to figure, ignoring my triggers, you were all I needed. I'm trying to show you while I'm all alone, just how much I need you after thinking that I don't need to love you, I just want this to be known. I need somebody here, oh what happens that I feel, it's a cry for help. Oh, no, I don't wanna hold you back, but by myself I have a gap I feel. It's a cry for help. You were here for all my seasons, you know I have my reasons. Help. Don't underestimate my call, I don't wanna end it all, please help. If it was you needing me, I'd pick up on first ring. Now help. Please pay attention to my cries, let out empty thought around. Won't you help me? I don't move, I want for nothing. I'm calling it for something. I'll only ask a couple times. After that, then I'll decline. So you're ignoring all my screams. You don't care, that's what it seems. I feel. Yeah, going through this by myself. It's too hard, I need your help, please. Hurting, don't you see? Hurting, don't you see? Loneliness, hurting, don't you see? Hurting, don't you see? Overstress, hurting, don't you see? Hurting, don't you see? Hurting, hurting over here, I'm hurting, baby, bad, I can't even tell you. Ignoring all my signs, all the while I'm trying to love you. You keep on acting like that. In my time of need, that's okay, I'll take it easy. Find somebody that'll read it. Cry for help. Oh. You were with me through it all. I stopped answering my calls. Now help. It's a cry for help. This time I won't take it for granted. Don't leave me empty-handed. I didn't plan for you to see the sorry, hopeless side of me. Please, Going through this by myself is way too hard. I need your help, please. Hurting, don't you see? Hurting, don't you see? Nothing else.
Hey, man, that was fire. Let's give it up, y'all. Let's give it up.
Yo. So,
Hey,
hey, man.
ooh.
Hey,
That
I'm
got me
sorry.
in a good mood, bro. I've got me on a good mood. Hey, we got to talk to our premier artist right now, coming from Louisiana, production in collaboration with the young people in Baltimore by way of Media Rhythm Institute. Sakari, give it up, brother. Let's go, man. Congratulations. Well produced, well produced.
Thank you.
Look, after that production, we got to put you on spotlight. Let's spotlight you. Good, brother. How is it, man? How does it feel to hear your song being played? You putting the energy into your arts and it's being well received. Where do we start? How does it feel?
Well, honestly, I was nervous. I really was nervous. I didn't know what to expect, coming into, recording. I didn't know what I was doing at all. I just thought it was simple as walking into a little studio or wherever and start singing, and laying down tracks, and then it would all magically come together. But it's a lot that goes behind it. First of all, shout out to Derek and his fire beat. He really put it in, and also Mr. DJ for mixing it. He really put it together, and I was shocked myself just listening to it. It sounded great, and Mr. Murray, I owe you a lot. You really taught me everything about really, hooks and all that stuff, and really making a great song. I'm really excited about hearing that. So thank you for all that.
Man, oh man. And you knocked out half of my questions just giving acknowledgement to everybody behind the scenes and on the scenes with you that created this beautiful masterpiece. Man, how long have you been wanting to be a music artist? Where did that come?
Well, I've always been singing, getting on everybody's nerves, around me. I just bust out in song. But as far as me starting to record things, I started writing songs in high school, and I got frustrated because I had these melodies in my head and these lyrics, and I was like, I need to record stuff so I can have, to play for people and to hear back myself, and track my musical growth. So I started recording, and I started sending it around. Everyone was like, this is pretty good, but you should really look into learning how to perfect this, and taking lessons and classes, and I wound up here, and it's been very, very enriching.
Got it. So that's where I want to go at with it next. How did you stumble across a wonderful program like MRI? Like, how did that come into your space, into your world? How did you stumble across the opportunity, and how was it? How were you able to recognize the opportunity as a blessing when it was presented to you? How did you know to take this opportunity and grow from it?
Well, a friend of mine, his name is Chris Bivens. He worked for BET, and he pointed me towards this class. He's friends with Mr. BJ, and he said this would be really good for me, to put my feet in the water with it and see, the dynamics of how everything goes and what it takes to put together a song, and then coming into it, I didn't know what to expect, but these guys, they know what they're doing. They're really good at what they do, and I'm really thankful that they even had the initiative and took the initiative to want to share that with us, and the class was free. Also, I'm just very grateful that I was able to join this class and be able to learn all I can.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. And right now, like in music, right? we understand like the concept. I always say like we're in the years of the producer, right? Where it comes back down to the beats, the vibe, the frequency that you're hearing, and the artist itself is like the icing on the cake. So I wanted to shift over and let's talk to Mobstar K. Where you at, Matt? How are you?
What's
Derek,
up?
hey, how is everything? Our
Good.
producer, you got Gunner with Turbo, and we got Sequoia with Mobstar K. How's it, man? What's going on? How's the world?
It's good. It's good.
Got you. How did it come into? Derek, I've known you for a while now. You've always been a bright young man. You always stood out amongst the crowd. I always envisioned a bright future for you, but I myself couldn't put a hand on that you would be in music production and producing beats. How did that come about, Derek? How did Mobstar K, let me call you by your stage name, Mobstar K, how did you come about into music production, and where did you get this passion for it from?
So it really started out as just being a part of Iran, and it was a time in Iran where producers, like, it was just left to the teachers. But I put it to myself to ask, like, I want to do this one day. So he said, all right, we're going to put you in it. So instead of writing songs, I started making beats. So that was about 3 years ago. And I didn't know what a music producer was until they told me what it was. So from 3 years ago to now, that's how I got there.
Man. And how many, like, now that you're knee deep into it, you got a sense of understanding with your music creativity, your own ear for the music. Are you doing like the Kanye West 3 beats a night for 3 summers, or like how do you lock in? What's your lock in process when you're making music?
I just sit in a room and think. It's
Okay.
something like when you doing homework, you just sit there and think, writing an essay, just put it all together.
Man,
Let me jump in, Rashad, because
about to tag you. Go ahead.
You got to pull it out of Derek a little bit. So last year, Derek worked for us for YouthWorks. Derek, what was your assignment for YouthWorks last year as your job?
100 beats in like 30 days.
Right. And how many did you complete?
About 80.
80. You know what I'm saying? So we set the bar high, and they rise to the occasion. And I told them I never expected 100. If you did 100, that was gonna be great, but I knew we was gonna get 50. You know what I'm saying? And that's 2 beats a day. And Jimmy has a saying, all you gotta do is want to be great. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to and you work hard, that'll happen. Derek has produced, hit, and played a beat in front of Rico Love, who wrote Confessions for Usher. You know what I'm saying? So, Derek has had plenty of time, and I don't know, he being a little modest, he made that beat in probably like 5 minutes in class 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I was telling Koya, if you want to work, Derek right here send you some beats, and he sent the beat over. Sequoia wrote the song in like a night. So they working.
That's just synergy, right? That's synergy. And while we're on it, Dev and Jimmy, right here, right, and we get to see the essence of Media Rhythm Institute in live presence, right? And now we're in this COVID space where distance learning, virtual platforming, connecting young people from different universes, different communities in different states. It seems like you all got the blueprint before the curve, before society had to shift to this. Like, man, just understanding the vision that you all had and seeing it come to light. Like, how does that make you all feel? And how were you all able to create something that was so futuristic that it's still leading efforts to today when everyone else is trying to figure it out? You all are in like gear 2. Just expand on that. I can't even put words to what I'm trying to say because I'm excited. I'm blown away with it.
Absolutely. Jimmy and I are businessmen, and most people think that business.
Oops, you got to unmute yourself.
So Jimmy and I are businessmen and entrepreneurs, and most people think that businessmen, entrepreneurs are hustlers, people who trying to get money. But we view ourselves, and the true essence of a business owner, an entrepreneur, is a problem solver, you know? So we don't see problems, we see opportunity for growth, you know? We saw what happened with with the school and the classes, and we pivoted automatically into virtual classes. And now there will never not be a situation where we don't have virtual classes, even when school starts back up. You know, they did that song all virtual. So neither one of them ever seen the studio with each other. They never seen the studio with Mr. DJ. So they're able to send their music in so that it can get mixed and recorded all over. And we have, like I said, a great cast of local, and not even just local anymore, local and national artists and people who are working together to teach our kids. You know, with Mr. DJ doing music and, you know, setting himself up to be on shows and to help try to produce some of the things that you see on BET. That's how that conversation even comes about, for Sequoia to be helping, you know. So, you know, we have people who are, you know, working and editing for some of the most highest broadcast positions TV. We have people who work on, you know, 95.9 leading our podcast class, you know. So these are people are giving back to the kids, and it's just a natural progression that the kids need it. If they can't get it now, give it to them online.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love it. I love it. And I'm glad that you all. Hey, Derek, unmute your computer because I just want to ask you one more question. And we're going to interview you all towards the latter end. Mobstar K, hearing Sequoia put his voice on your track and hearing it just now, what was your feelings right now, just in the moment, listening to your song being produced and being shared with the world? How does that make you feel, Mobstar K?
I mean, to be completely honest, I've felt it too many times. Like when I first heard somebody get on my song, I never thought I could make a beat for somebody. I never thought I'd be the one making a song for somebody. But now it's about 3 years later, it all feels the same. Like, it's a feeling that he from a whole different state. Like, I never seen this man in my life, and you on one of my beats. That's great, but it still feel the same.
And the same for you, Sequoia. How does this feel? Like, what is the music, and you all as producers and artists, where do you see yourself from now to later, 5 years from now? Are we still in music production? Are we shifting out? Are we shifting to go somewhere else? Like, where can we expect to see your names 5 years from now? I'm just curious, because I need to know if I need an autograph right now before y'all blow up and y'all get y'all blue checks on Instagram.
Hopefully in 5 years, I'll be in college in my junior year playing football for a major university. But if that don't pan out, because life is life, I'll still be doing this. And then hopefully by then, I'll probably have a studio for myself. And I don't know.
Man, you're a humble man, but we know that you're great, and that's what makes you even greater. It's like it's effortless to you, and that's just how you move across the world. So continue with that same charismatic attitude. So Corey, like, where can we expect you from 5 years from now?
We're definitely still doing music. I love making music. I love singing. I love writing. I'm also an actor, so I've been poking my head into a few projects, especially during this quarantine. I've been auditioning, writing, and sending stuff off, and I've been hearing some great stuff back. So, stay tuned. I got stuff coming.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate you too. Thank you all for sharing with the world. Cry for help, giving us an inside scoop to some good music, man. I'm curious. Let me know what platforms it's on so I can download it, stream it, and share it across the world. Again, we get bigger stages. We're going to make sure that these two eat and these two are honored and appreciated for what they produce. So thank you all. We're going to continue on, and we're going to connect back with the rest of your peers that's at MRI. And we got a video coming up called Express Yourself. But before we go, before we move forward, I want to take time to acknowledge one of my great partners, Miss Christina Ross, who is leading the Be More Me an initiative, and we're in collaboration with each other, Youth Up Next and Be More Me. So I wanted to take this time to honor Be More Me for being our lead sponsor on this initiative, continuously allowing our young people to be themselves, to be more, right? So we're gonna go on and we're gonna shift, and we're gonna hear from we're gonna see a video called Music Express Yourself music video. Y'all ready, world? All right, let's get it on.
Party now, you know what?
There we go. Got it. Perfect.
About. We get that feeling about to tell you we found. You know what it's all about. We get that feeling about to tell you we found. Hands up, wave the mic, be loud, express yourself. Yeah, express yourself. Yeah, express yourself. Yeah, express yourself. Yeah.
This is how I'm feeling. I know this world we live in. Gotta be myself, I'm feeling. This is how I'm feeling. I know this world we live in. Gotta be myself, I'm feeling.
There are chances, there are choices. Take my hand, we'll make advances. Be your singers, be your dancers, and yourself you'll be a winner. Express yourself, yeah. Express yourself, yeah. Express yourself. Party now, you know what it's all about. We get that feeling about it like yourself. Hands up, wave the mic. 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 Hands up, wave the mic.
Hey, express yourselves. Look, MRI is killing it. You all are killing the game, and y'all making it look easy. Y'all creating music videos, producing songs for young people across the country. Man, look, where do we go from here? How do I start? Who are the young ladies that are performing it? Who created the video? Who had the vision for the content? Look, someone give me some insight. Let's dig into the world of Media Rhythm Institute. What are we seeing here?
Yeah. So what you see there is, first of all, the song was done by iRhyme, the kids at Montebello. None of those kids are in the music video because they did it right before the quarantine. So just imagine what you just saw was basically the production team, the video production team putting together B-roll without the main characters who we still have to get in contact with. All right. So that wasn't even the whole thing. That's a preview because it's you, Rashad.
Man, that's a T. Y'all drop the T. Drop the ball. Give us the Funk Flex ball. Quarantine.
Hey, listen, man. Y'all know. Hey, listen. That's why y'all be letting me in the house drinking all the juice and stuff, because I'm, y'all let me be me. Hey, so what you see there is students from all over, right? Who they learn how to edit video on several different editing platforms. They went out and shot their pieces on a cell phone. Also, the video piece was by Emmanuel at Lakeland. He shot that when he was playing the video game, the car racing game, and he edited that piece and sent it in, and we chopped it up. So what happens is there's a production process. What we're teaching them in the music video and production classes, we're teaching them the process of putting together a project, a creative project. Right now, what do we need? We need content. So we're showing them the steps from pre-production, production to post-production on how to put together a project. And with that said, we have two young students on here. I know you're going to get to them, which is Lila and Thad. Thad is actually the quarterback in there. So he shot that here in the state of Florida. So you seen that sunshine, my man down there getting in that work. We play football a little different in the South. Y'all know how Lamar do. All right. You know what I'm saying? I just had to throw that out there, Thad. They better, hey. All right. Yeah, that's right. We call them the Florida Ravens.
Thad, you on because we excited now. Thad and Lila, where y'all at? But before we get to them, you all lifted up something big that I want to make sure that we drive home. So you telling us, young people from Montebello, And what's the other school?
Montebello.
Montebello, and you said it was another school that was doing Lakeland, or
So the song is made by the kids at Montebello.
and the
One of
production.
So Mr. BJ produced that with the kids at Montebello, but in the music video, one of the kids from Lakeland cut a piece to go in that music video. So all of the pieces you see were done by kids not at Montebello. All right.
Matching worlds, even not even in the same space. Man, y'all ahead of the times. We're sharing this video to every department head, and we're going to try to get the hidden gems that y'all operating on. So we got young people collaborating from Montebello Elementary Middle School to the young people at Lakeland Elementary Middle School. And if you know Baltimore context, that's two different Baltimores, two different worlds. Bus routes don't even connect these two schools together. And young people in music is bringing them together to even produce things despite the current situation of a global pandemic. Man, y'all are on point. Y'all are on point, and I'm great to hear it. So let's take this time, and we got some other young people that are leading y'all podcasts, y'all production. Lila and Thad, where you all at? We got Lila from Margaret Brent right across the street from my house. So I'm a neighbor to your school. Where are you? And Thad tapping in from Jacksonville. Y'all online with us? You may have to unmute yourselves.
I'm here.
Hello?
Right.
Yes.
Where is she? I'm waiting for her to pop up on the screen. You got to share screen with us?
Share your video, Lila and Thad.
Okay.
Awesome. I see you. So, look, tell me about this world that you in. Lila, let's start with you. Tell us about, Lila, your program that you're leading, right, is the podcast, correct?
Could you rephrase that? I'm sorry, I didn't really understand what you were asking.
Help me out, Dev Rock, or the portion.
I got you. So listen, Lila is a triple quadruple threat. All right. I didn't hear the song from Derek or Sequoia. I didn't hear their song because I'm in our rhyme. We got our head down, we move it. I mean, I'm not in our rhyme. I teach Channel Me Media. So Lila comes to 2 different Channel Me Media classes. She comes to the music production class, but she also goes to the podcasting and YouTubing class, right? Mm-hmm. She also goes to our rhyme because in each class you get a different skill set. So you ask them where they're going to be 5 years from now. We don't care if they're in music, if they're in entertainment, if they're in none of that. We know they're going to be successful people because all of the things that goes into that, right? So Lila is in our rhyme because she want to learn how to make music for her YouTube page and her podcast videos that she's going to edit. You know, Lila is really a hard worker. So is Thad as well. Thad is in several classes too. And they got school, you know, like, so Lila, talk a little bit about your YouTube channel, and also tell us about your podcast on Anchor.
Okay. So my YouTube channel, so it's gonna mainly consist of Minecraft playthroughs, speed drawings, and Gacha Life stories. Gacha Life is like an app where you can make avatars and make stories with them. So far, I don't have any Minecraft playthroughs on there, but I'm trying to figure it out. So I just, post funny little, try to post like skits and stuff, maybe like, updates and drawings.
Look, I'm just hearing you just speak of this like it's nothing, right? And Jimmy spoke about the all the different things that you're doing. Like, where do you get this creativity from? Like, are you sleeping? How do you find time to do all the things that you're doing while still going to school? Tell us about that. How do you find this time to be so creative?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know.
I love it. I love the honesty. So what inspires you? You're in IROM, the music production course with me, MRI. Like, what inspires you?
Well, my music teacher at Margaret Brent, Miss K, you probably know her. She inspires me a lot. Like, she's a great music teacher. Probably one of the best ones I've ever had.
Hey, we're gonna have to use that clip. You're gonna have to produce that clip and send it to her so she can keep her job and possibly get a raise. But Lila, but continue on.
I don't really know like any specific other people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you all are very, very good. I'm sorry, I'm not.
So tell us some things that you learned from. Tell us some things you learned from the various programs that you're a part of. Let's start with iRhyme. What are some things you learned? Yeah, and some skills and talents and things that you learned from it.
Well, I was learning about. I learned a lot about. Well, I have sonnets. Those are very cool. I like those a lot. How to make like your beats match up and sound actually good. Yeah.
What did you learn about about podcasting?
Well, honestly, I wouldn't have even had a podcast or YouTube channel if I did not go to this class. So I learned how to use Anchor because I didn't have it in the first place. I learned how to record and how to like get my stuff out there, talk to my friends. Thinking of posting a video about it on my YouTube channel. And vice versa. I'm gonna make an episode talking about my YouTube channel. So either way, I get more views on either one.
What is Anchor and what's the name of your podcast?
Oh, Anchor is like, it's a podcasting app where you can listen to podcasts, but you can also make your own. And my podcast is called Fantastic Geeks and Where to Find Them.
Fantastic Geeks and Where to Find Them. Where do you find these young people at? Or do they find you all?
They find us. So actually, Miss K is our lead iRhyme instructor at Margaret Brent.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Got it.
And she was Miss K was in iRhyme as a young person, and now she's in college and she works for us. So just like Derek was like, this year 3, so Miss K, what is this for her?
I taught Miss K about 10 years ago now.
Wow. That's a lasting impact right there, where the next generation is now leading and is supporting the next generation and coming through your program. That just shows the growth of it itself. Man, the longevity. Speak to the longevity of it. And Dad, I see you over there. We're gonna tap onto you as well, and we want to see what energy's coming out of what type of talent and creativity we got coming from Jacksonville. But before we tap onto you, Dad, speak of the longevity of MRI.
Well, just to kind of make it simple and short, Jimmy and I both separately have been doing this for 10 years now. And together we've been doing it for about 3 years. Mm-hmm. But Lila is in the 4th grade and Sequoia is a freshman in college. So we also, Miss K is a senior in college. So, we have kids that graduated college that was working with us, kids that in all different ranges and spectrums, so it's very vast. And, Derek he said it in a simple way, but he has produced for many people. He has had his beats in many places. So it feels like par for the course for him, and so that's the goal. And that's what I think is about the longevity. Just like Pop Warner Youth produced it, Tavon Austin and many other names, we plan to crank them out.
Hey, I love it. And what we're cranking out, so you got Lila 4th grade, Derek Master Arcade, sophomore going into his junior year, Corey freshman in college. You got Miss K, who's a senior in college. And Thad, we got you from Jacksonville. What grade? How old are you? welcome virtually to Baltimore. First, we want to give you a Be More Me welcome. Welcome to Baltimore, Sakura. Welcome to Baltimore virtually. Welcome to the hometown where we learn to be more and to be me, right? Dad, what's up, man? How you doing over there?
I'm doing actually good. And I'm in middle school, about to go to 8th grade, and I'm 13.
Man, awesome. And you're into production as well, right?
Yes, sir.
Got it. Where did this vision come from? How did you get into production? What interest led you to that?
Well, my football career and how I wanted to do things, because in middle school everything starts to change, and while when you're getting better at sports, you might want to post them on the internet and do your own clips, and that's where I'm trying to go.
Got it. So recording your own highlights, making sure that you got them for the scouts, led you into production because you want to lead it and help assist your own portfolio and making your own brand as an athlete, led you into music production.
Exactly.
Man, y'all connecting life. Y'all got a parallel to life in music. Man, so tell me about that. How is that being in both worlds, being an athlete, being a student, transitioning now to 8th grade? Right? How do you balance all of this? And I know you down south where football is even 10 times bigger than it is up in a city like in Baltimore itself. How do you balance that? How do you take time to practice, produce, and still be a student?
Well, my parents, my dad, he works me out on daily basis, and my mom, she's really big on academics and stuff, so she keeps me in all of this, and my dad has the other part. But I just have to remember to do all these things.
Got it. So now from your interest to wanting to make your own videos and showcase your own highlights to what you're doing on the field led you to music production. What have you learned through the music production courses that is offered by Media Rhythm Institute? And how has that helped you out?
So here in the video production classes.
How is that?
Well, videoing, it taught me how to be kind of stand out in certain things. Well, in it teaching me how to communicate with people and be a leader and do all that type of stuff at the same time.
Got it. Whew. How did Dad find y'all, and how did you find, you talked about how Miss K led you all to Lily. How did you all come across Dad right here in Jacksonville?
All right, so I went to the illustrious Florida A&M University in Tallahassee, and one of my close friends who started, you heard me. One of my close friends who started Curators of Hip Hop with me, she's an editor in LA, and we decided to partner with her and the Hue Collective on this project because it was something new for us. Her business partner / sister is an online teacher and has been for 7 years. So she reached out to a lot of our networks, being from the university and via social media, and just put the word out there. And then we also did too. So Thad actually came because one of his teachers is one of our classmates, and told him about it as well as she told other students about it. But him and his family said that it was something that they wanted to do. And, I don't think he had did it before, but that's how we got him, man. The extension to college.
Wow. I'm loving the connection, right? And I'm just loving today's energy and hosting you all. And we're coming up close to the conclusion of our program. But before we wrap it up completely, I just want to take time to notate and express to the world, right, that you all are coming back next Wednesday to host your own Youth Up Next Presents Youth Voice Amplified Channel Me Media podcast session. And you all are going to be talking to some special guests that will be releasing soon. Your young people are going to be leading this platform. I'm going to say it again. Media Rhythm Institute is taking over Youth Up Next Presents for next Wednesday. And you all have to tap into it as our young people talk about the Channel Me Media podcast. thank you all again. And thank you for just showcasing all the great work. Because I know, again, like all that you've done in the past, being a great partner with Youth Up Next, City Schools, and your impact at Next Wednesday is going to be phenomenal. So those that are watching, those that will be rewatching this video when we start to stream it, make sure that you tune in on June 3rd from 5 to 6 p.m. as Media Rhythm Institute Channel Media Podcast takes over, and they'll be taking over for the hour duration, showcasing how young people lead from their seat, how they uplift their narratives and just talk about stories that needs to be amplified. Again, this is Youth Voice Amplified. Before we leave out, I want to give this space for any of you all to share any sentiments, any last comments, any messaging you might have for young people that are tuning in, to those in the school community, to keep them uplifted, keep them encouraged, and keep them motivated while we're all distant but still in this together.
I just wanted to, first say I don't want us to forget about DJ Queen Alien to take us out.
Oh, yeah, she got to take us out. Thank you.
So you might want to maybe ask her some questions beforehand, and then I think she can spin us out. I think we definitely said enough.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so DJ Queen Alien, you on? Unmute yourself. DJ Queen, how are you doing?
Hi.
Awesome. So tell us about yourself. How old are you? What school you go to? How do you get a part of the program? Like, how has it been on the ones and twos? We in this virtual world right now, and DJs are keeping us alive through sharing music, through sharing the arts, making us feel good. And I know you're gonna showcase your talent today. Like, how did it all start? Tell us who you are, how did it all start, and what we about to experience. Let's go from there.
Okay, so for starters, my name is Atia, but I prefer my nickname TT or DJ Queen Alien. I'm 15, and next year I will be a sophomore at Weston. And basically, I started this my 8th grade year at Lakeland when Mr. Thomas and Mr. Murray had just brought DJ Figure in. So when I had seen what he could do, it made me kind of really want to like jump into it. So yeah.
Man, y'all so talented. Y'all just so humble about it, right? So how did it go? How did you get into this music production class in the 8th grade through Mr. Thomas and Mr. Martin? Like, what led you to even want to go into a music production class while you were in middle school? And now being a sophomore and going into and being a Western Dove, and we just featured last week Western Dove hip hop dance team, and now we got a DJ. I can see Western might throw the littest party of the year if the world opened back up.
Well, it was mainly kind of keep myself busy. I had some things going on at home, so in order to get my mind off of those things, I got into a lot of programs. And then Mr. Thomas just stuck with me throughout my years from 5th grade to 8th grade and now.
Ooh. Wow. And Mr. Thomas, as she calls you, how has it been seeing her growth as a student and as a talent artist?
Yo, listen, so Atia had I Rhyme. She's an introvert, so she's doing real good. She had I Rhyme, and she didn't like being in front of the camera and, performing and stuff. So she wrote. Then she came to Channel Me Media. She don't like being in front of the camera, so she realizes jobs behind the camera as far as directing and as the camera person, but she like giving orders, so she a director. And then she left me and went to I Spin because, once again, she's an introvert, but she does like to have fun. So as you about to see today, she found her passion and formed DJ Queen Alien. And before we had this coronavirus and everything going on and we had to wear masks, she designed her mask and everything. Like this equipment she's on, she and her mom, they behind her 100% and purchased this equipment. She's been booked for gigs. Like just watching her grow, like that's one of my kids. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited. I'm ready. Look, a party about to go on over here, just so y'all know. Don't worry about when the lights go off. Party about to go on.
Hey, DJ Queen Alien, look, we see the mask. You put on the mask, you ready to go. It's trying to turn into a party. You about to close us out. You got the next 5 minutes. We just gonna close out with you, and I'm gonna come back, drop the DJ Flex bomb, and we're gonna take it from there. So without further ado, you give us a head nod when you're ready. I'm gonna project your screen so that the world can tune in and listen to your tracks. Make sure your music is up on your side, and we're gonna be ready to go, y'all. We're gonna be ready to dance and have a good time. Y'all still with us? Hey, and there, you guys show us some of the moves that y'all might be doing down in Jackson.
Let's go.
The Baltimore two-step. But I don't know what you got. Jimmy got the strobe lights going on.
Hey, hold on. You know the kids got the stars and the moons and stuff when they go to sleep at night. I told her it's time to party, man. I'm so proud of her.
Look, I'm excited. You tell us when you're ready. All right.
Real quick, I just wanted to say, definitely want to shout out you and Christina Rashad. In this time, I'm no different. Us doing our virtual programming as you being able to pull Youth Up Next and Be More Me together to do this same virtual opportunity, because, we would have normally checked in by now and we would have done this together in real life. We would have brought our kids in. We've been doing that for the last 2 or 3 years now, coming to these programs and having this opportunity. So we so much respect and appreciate this opportunity that you've given our students to definitely check in. So I just want to say thanks and know that we really respect to a high level what y'all doing over there.
Hey, thank you as well. That was the whole purpose of Be More Me and the Youth Up Next, to give our young people what they rightfully deserve. And that's a platform, that's a space to voice themselves, that's a space to showcase who they are and what they want to become in the present and in the future. And that's what Youth Up Next is. And we're going to lead it like this. That's why it's called Youth Up Next, right? Because if you want to get tagged in the game, you got to call next. You got to demand your space, right? And that's why we call it Be More Me, because we want everyone to be more than their current self, so they can be the future self that the world need, right? And that's the goal of it. And we having partners like you all that have intentionality and kind hearts and vision to support our young people is just making this world greater, right? So thank you all. Look, we just had a full day, a whole hour of amazing young people, from Thad to Lily to Sequoia to DJ Queen Alien to Mobstar K, to under the leadership and the influence and the vision of Brother Jimmy and Brother Dev Rock from Media Rhythm Institute. Y'all just experienced what our young people are capable of, we know what they can do, and just their bright futures, their bright talents, and just showcasing everything. I'm blown away. This has been an amazing program. You all have exemplified exactly what Youth Voice Amplified means by allowing our young people to lead through their seats, doing cross collaboration of young people through different states across the country, music production, video production, our rhymes, understanding music and things of that sort. And we even talked about how Dad was able to understand the parallels from athletics to production to make sure that he's branding himself and what he wants to do in the future, man. Y'all are working on a gym and it is shining bright. And I think our young people know the worth and the value of what they're engaged in. And I just want to thank Media Rhythm Institute for hosting and being a part of today. And we're excited to see you all take the platform next week and just amplify Youth Voice Amplify. Without further ado, thank you all again. Thank you to Be More Me. Thank you to Youth Up Next. Shout out again to our teacher highlight of the week, Mr. Emmanuel. Thank you for all the young people. Thank you. We see you. We believe in you. And remember that you're not just up next. You are up now, and you can always be more. Continue on. Continue being great. Winning Wednesdays. We'll see you all Friday for Kickback Lounge, Little Last, hosting comedian Big Fred. And then we'll have Media Rhythm Institute. We have D. Watkins the following next Monday, June 1st, to speak about We Speak for Ourselves. He's going to talk about his article, The World Between the Most Hated Cop and Me, which has went viral, a viral sensation in a new published article written by Baltimore's top-selling author, New York Times best-selling author D. Watkins, will be on Monday. And then on June 3rd, again, we're going to have Media Rhythm Institute leading the platforms. Thank you all for tapping in. Thank you all for joining in. Thank you all for supporting our young people. And remember, you're not alone. We're in this together. Stay up, stay blessed, stay connected. Take care.